Happy Wednesday and welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. Okay, so tonight it is a total team Havok takeover in the studio. We've got both the coach and owner, Kevin Franklin, here with us, and we have his assistant coach, Detrick Jones. See, he tried to add a little. Did your mama add the little twist to it, or did you grow up and say, I don't want to be Detrick, I want to be Detrick?
Had to grow up with the Detrick.
Detrick. So they tried to be a little bit fancy, but we just call him Derek. We also have the Lady Have a Dance team over there in the corner practicing. So if you hear music or countdowns or anything like that, that's what's going on at the lounge today. So if you're a friend of the Libra Lounge, you know what time it is. It's time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
All right, so tonight we're going to talk about the second Negro who pretty much has ruined Black History Month for all of us. Thank God tomorrow is the last day. Because I say, at this point, I really feel like for the next 5 years, they're going to say, y'all showed out during all of Black History Month with Jussie and R. Kelly. We just going to skip it the next 5 years. I mean, I feel like we're going to get notified any day now that, Black History Month has been fucked up. So, R. Kelly, finally. R. Kelly was arrested on 10 counts of sexual assault. But y'all know it's probably like 55 counts that really, by the end of it, all of that's going to come up. So he was arrested. How do you guys feel about that? Did y'all think this day was ever going to come? Or did y'all think they were just going to keep letting the Kells be free and being a freak?
Well, what I think is really interesting is he was in trouble before.
Mm-hmm.
But the question hasn't been answered is, was he paying these people off?
Mm-hmm.
Because this isn't the first time.
Right.
And the strange thing about it is the age of these children.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking kids.
Yeah.
14 years old? Really?
Yeah. I personally, when you look at things, I think he spent a lot of his money paying off people because he couldn't even afford to bail himself out of jail. His bail was set at $1 million, which means white person over there, make sure I do the calculations right. So he had to actually pay $100,000 in cash, and he didn't have the money.
Right.
And I was thinking, I was like, how is it that, let's take all of the nasty stuff, pissing on girls and stuff like that away. R. Kelly is multi-talented. He's a singer, he's a writer, he's a producer. So I'm thinking he's got plenty of money, but I think all of the paying off and the fact that he's half illiterate and was signing away his talents and his rights to his music, he's broke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would hope that would be the case, but I'm just really concerned because if he got off the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the same exact situation,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to see it again. But how was it they got to him and put him away?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, with Bill Cosby being the age that he is, how do you put this guy in jail and you let this guy go scot-free the first time? That's where I really have a problem with.
I think that the first time around, R. Kelly was at the height of his career. And he did have the money to pretty much, I think he had the O.J. Simpson dream team, basically. He had all of these high-power attorneys, but this time around, I don't think he's going to be able to afford it. And, of course, some dumb bitch that he doesn't even know bailed him out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she says he's innocent.
Oh,
She even wrote a statement about it and it got misspelled words on there. I'm like, okay, Trick, just go sit in the corner and be quiet for a minute. But she bailed him out. So, now they're getting him about back child support. I don't know. I don't think there's no way that they're going to let him get away with it for the second time. I think too much pressure has been put on the court system and there's too much evidence. But like Coach Franklin said, where were these parents at? Because I'm the mom of a teenage girl and you're not going to R. Kelly's nothing without me if you go at all. So, I mean, I'm wondering, are they going to press charges against these parents? But the majority of them have been paid off.
But I think that's the bigger problem.
Yeah. So I don't think they can even say anything.
Paid off all along. So,
right. And I'm sure he had it to where, once he paid them, they had to sign a non-disclosure, so they really can't say anything.
Isn't that interesting? Isn't there someone else that's doing that too? That's sending out these non-disclosures that you can't say anything in the White House? And
I think a lot of people are throwing that kind of stuff out. I think a lot of dumb people are doing that because they do and say dumb shit. So they're trying to protect themselves. So R. Kelly, I don't know. But you and Jussie, I don't know. I don't feel like I didn't eat no oxtails this month. I didn't have no greens and cornbread because it was just like this dark cloud over Black History Month because of these fools. I'm not going to even talk about Jussie and his line ass tonight because we recapped that whole situation. I think he's still guilty-ish. I don't know because new evidence is coming out. I guess we'll just have to see how this plays out. All right. So did y'all watch the Oscars?
Not really.
You did? Did you watch the red carpet clips?
Clips of
Because
it.
you really don't ever have to watch an award show anymore. Yes. Okay. So Selma Blair, which a lot of people know her from her role in Hellboy. Who did she play? What was her name? Flame? Lit? Lights? Firecracker? What was it?
Oh, God. What was her name in that?
Yeah,
Liz.
no.
Liz Sherman.
Liz Sherman. But he called her, didn't she have a nickname?
He called her Liz.
Oh, never mind. I don't know where I got all this stuff from, but moving right along. Actress Selma Blair walked the red carpet this Sunday for the Oscars, and she had her cane with her, which to a lot of people, that's probably not a big deal. But like me, we both suffer from an autoimmune disease, and there are times that we have to use a cane. My cane is cheetah print. She had hers blinged out, but she really brought a lot of awareness to that. And to do that in Hollywood is scary because they can kind of, say we don't want to work with her because she's got MS or things like that. So did y'all feel like that was a bold move on her part, or do y'all think that's something she should continue to hide?
No,
it's
she shouldn't
definitely
hide.
bold.
Yeah, I think it was, and she looked amazing. And then she had, the blinged out personalized cane. I'm glad it brought tears to my eyes because now she's doing interviews talking about this journey that she has, and it is hard to have an invisible disease like lupus or MS and things like that because people see you and they're like, there's nothing wrong with you. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have a GIMP, but yes, I do have lupus, and sometimes there's things that I just can't do. So thank you, Selma Blair, and we wish you all the luck in the world with your MS journey and keep representing.
Keep it going.
Now, ooh,
you got?
this
What
is
you
so
got?
juicy.
What you got?
Oh,
Can I just chime in one thing
Yes.
about the Oscars?
yeah.
I just want to say, Miss Angela Bassett.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That's all. That's all I
Yeah,
wanna
she
say.
did. Look, Angela
think?
is like 50 years old. And when she goes out there, she like, you young hoes ain't about shit tonight. This is how you really do it. This is how it's done. I mean, she's
classy, though.
toned
She's
and
classy.
she looks great.
Yeah,
She is
she's classy.
aging. I
Beautiful.
don't think she's aged like in the last 25 years or so. Angela looks pretty much the same as she did when what was the movie with Whitney
Waiting
Houston?
Waiting
Where
to
she's
exhale.
waiting to
Waiting to
exhale.
exhale. Yeah.
Come on, James.
Go, James.
Being with a black woman for 11 years, you know a lot of things about the black culture, don't you? That's my boo over there. Okay, so this is so juicy. Jordan Woods, who is best friends with Kylie Jenner, was caught cheating with Tristan Thompson.
Oh, Tristan.
This is like, I don't even know what to think because for me personally, ain't not one dick on the planet that would make me fuck up my gig of a professional freeloader of being Kylie Jenner's best friend. I mean, she had money at her leisure. She's going on vacations anytime she wants. She was part of the company, part of the family. And she basically has given all that up for, to me, Tristan Thompson looks like a homeless koala bear. He's just funny looking to me. I don't get it.
A koala
A
bear.
homeless. Okay, what's the disease koala bears have? Don't they get gonorrhea or syphilis?
Yeah, they get something horrible and sexual.
Yeah, he looked like that. Yeah. So, no one was surprised that Tristan cheated on Chloe again.
Yeah.
But it's like, of all the people in the world, why did you do this with Jordan? I mean, you're not supposed to shit where you eat. And he took a big ass dump where he eats.
Right.
So do y'all think there's anything that Tristan can even say? Do you think there's anything Jordan can say?
Nope.
Just
next
walk
person
away.
On the Kardashian curse.
Exactly.
Yeah, just walk away.
So here's the thing. People say that Kylie and Jordan are closer than Kylie and Kendall actually are. And if you follow any of them on Instagram, they're always, "Oh, Jordan, you're so beautiful. These are the Kardashians." So basically, she was a member of the family. So there was a house party that she went to. And before she actually got to that party, all the guests had to turn in their cell phones, and everyone, of course, has to sign a non-disclosure because Jordan was coming.
Right.
Now, Jordan is trying to say, "Well, I was so drunk, I don't even remember how I got there." I'm like, "Bitch, you lying. You know exactly how you got there. You drove there, okay? And you thought nobody was going to catch you messing around with Tristan because you thought everybody put their cell phones up, but spies were everywhere." So now, poor Kylie, I really do feel bad for her because now she's caught in a very awkward position. Here's her sister. Here's her best friend. What are you supposed to do? And because Jordan's saying that she didn't mean it, and now she's saying that now she's actually, I think it's this Friday, she's going to be a guest on the Red Table with Jada Pinkett telling her side of the story, which can in turn get her ass sued because she has signed a non-disclosure.
Yep.
I don't know.
But you know what I think? I think all this is media hype. You know, one thing I realized that I learned from Madonna a long time ago, one thing that is always going to evolve in this world is sex.
Yeah,
People talk about sex.
yeah.
So when you really want to amp something up and to realize that maybe Chloe and Tristan, because Tristan Thompson's season this year hasn't been worth the dog.
No, it hasn't.
So when you really
Kardashian
need,
curse.
yeah, when you really need something to talk about, there has to be a blow up.
Right.
You know, and I think this is a media ploy.
A lot of people are saying the same thing because I think the new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians is like a month away.
Yeah.
Right.
So the timing
It has to be
is a
something.
little bit
Skeptical.
So I don't know how this is gonna play out, but you know my nosy ass is gonna be all up in it. As soon as I hear something, I will let you guys know. All right. So after this break, we're gonna get all up in these two guys' business and learn all about Team Havok semi-professional basketball team. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show. I am going to let each of you both introduce yourselves to the Libra Lounge audience. You want to go first?
Detrick Jones, assistant coach for Team Havok.
Detrick, not Dietrich, not Derek. Detrick, like
get it
metric,
right.
like metric. Okay, all right. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And Coach Kevin Franklin, owner, head coach, and this has
General
been
manager?
general manager.
So you guys have actually heard me do a very bad imitation of Coach Franklin and his Boston accent because I'm so obsessed with it. Like literally at home, we'll be talking and I'll break out in, "You know what? I tell you, I was so angry." Is that it? Is that it? Does that sound
That's
like
it.
Coach?
That's it.
I'm like, I can listen to him. I'm like, I wonder will he just read me a lullaby. I just want to hear that Boston accent. I love it. Okay, so Coach Franklin, why don't you give us a little bit of history on how Team Havok was formed?
Team Havok was formed back in 2011. I was in a situation where I was about to present the team into what they call the ABA. It's another semi-pro league that I had to stay away from due to the lack of professionalism. And I was able to make a phone call to the owner of the Universal Basketball Association, in which we play in now, and to bring a team in. However, what was really interesting at the time was I was advised that I could only have a team within a 30-mile radius of Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So at the time, I thought it was a great idea to take my team to Cleveland, Texas,
I didn't even know there was a Cleveland, Texas until you.
right up the highway.
Yeah,
Right up the
I
highway.
never,
You and
never
me
heard
both.
of
Yeah.
that. I was like, I think he got his states mixed up.
There's a lot of things up north that people don't realize that
I was like,
exist.
Cleveland, Texas. Okay.
And it was such a good situation at the time because we were provided with a gym. We had a nice sponsorship with a place called Fishtails, which is down here in the Houston area as well now, even down here in Galveston. I'm good friends with the gentleman that owns that. And what we did is when the people would come to the games, they would buy a ticket, and after the games, they would take the ticket to Fishtails.
Okay.
And what they would do is buy one meal and get one free.
Okay.
Well, when we started that, their store had just opened. And after the games, by us playing there, we brought them so much business.
Right.
Where a pastor came in one day and he said, you know what? I like what you're doing, so I'm going to give you this gym. So he gave us a gym. We had full reigns to the gym. All I would do was at the end of the season would give a donation to the church. And then the players would go to church and would show up. But the thing about it was that was so important about that is we had gym access, we had practice access. The only problem was a lot of the players lived down this part of the state to drive all the way up to Cleveland, which then became a hindrance more than a help. So by moving back to Houston after Cleveland didn't support me up there, that's what I brought the team to Houston.
So I'm just gonna piggyback off of something that you said. So the team is part of the United Basketball Association, which is UBA, correct?
The Universal Basketball Association.
Okay.
Yes.
So this past weekend, we were at the Team Havok game, and your players have UBA on the back of their jerseys.
Right.
Somebody, producer James, was like, "Oh, I thought his last name was Uba." And I'm like, and I guess everybody else is his brother on the team. I'm like, really, James? He's like, I thought it was Uba. I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't take you nowhere. Okay, so, well, we're most definitely glad that you guys are in Houston. But, Coach Jones, I want to know, when did you discover your love for basketball?
It was early childhood, watching my cousin play. We used to go outside. He used to be out there at 6 a.m. dribbling the basketball. We would compete. Going to watch his high school because he was older, so watching him play in high school, and then once he went off to the Air Force, kind of had to keep the tradition going. So moved out here and started coaching basketball, and then ran into a flyer from Coach Frank over the fax machine. Made a call to him just to come check them out because I wanted to get the kids out there to see the games.
Right.
And the rest was history.
How about you, Coach Franklin? When did you discover your love for basketball?
Oh, it's many, many, many years ago. I've been coaching now over 25 years.
You're telling your age.
I sure am.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just let you know, in case you want to back it up and say, actually, it was 10 years ago, not 25. That was my mistake.
Well, I shaved out the gray because you noticed when you came to the game this weekend, I had a gray beard and it's gone. So
you did.
I hid my age by my.
I was like,
hiding my
okay,
gray.
Kevin over there trying to be part of the beard brothers, because we're all about beards now. So has it been just a lifelong love for the sport, or did y'all play other sports?
Oh yeah. Well, growing up in Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston.
We had to play all sports due to the fact of the seasons. But basketball came into fruition when I was 10 years old, and I went to my first basketball camp. And when I went to that basketball camp, I went to Don Nelson, Tom Sanders, two former Boston Celtic greats. And when I went to that camp, I just it took off from there.
Right. Okay.
I've been coaching ever since.
So a lot of people in the city, of course, they know about the Rockets, but why do y'all think it's important to have semi-professional teams?
Because outside of professional basketball, you do not have a place for players. If you look at all the Division I colleges in America, just alone, well over 375 Division I college programs, all those players have to go somewhere. Because they all can't go to the NBA. There's only 12 players on a team in the NBA.
Right.
And they all can't be millionaires.
Right.
So there has to be a place for them to play. So beyond, after college and then pro, there's over 88,000 teams throughout the world. That includes all countries. Most countries throughout the world have what you call professional leagues. And in those professional leagues, they look for players that leave college with their degree and want them to play in their system because American basketball was born first. However, everybody can't go.
Right.
So there's a need for semi-professional basketball because there's players that are either on certain levels. Now, in international basketball,
Mm-hmm.
there's levels. You may have a league that starts with what they call it Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D.
Mm-hmm.
And on those levels, it will depend on what level that player falls into.
Right.
So there's a need. The problem today also is the colleges. When you're a junior in college, that coach is already recruiting for his freshman class. So that senior sitting there, is going in from the junior to the senior year, that coach really doesn't have a lot of love for them,
Right.
because there's no more need for them because they need that freshman class
Right.
to save their job.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about it is, you have these players walking around that don't do the research,
Right.
that walk around with, where do I go? What do I do?
Right.
And that's where we come in, where we help promote the fact that we have a place for them to play, so we can get them in position where we develop them,
Mm-hmm.
help them understand how to become a professional,
Mm-hmm.
and then give them the direction of where they may need to go.
So basically, is another avenue that they can take, but is it also a step that they can take if they're still planning on trying out for the NBA?
It is a step. A lot of these guys it's a lot of things in the basketball market that they have to understand before they can get to that professional level. How can you market yourself?
Right.
What can you bring to the table? Do you have the fundamentals that it takes to be a star on this level? Are you an offensive person? Are you a defensive person? Can you play the role that we need you to play?
Right.
So it's our job to develop them in that aspect, show them how to market themselves and get out into the public and meet and greet, volunteer, and just put themselves out there, as well as draw a crowd.
Right.
Can you bring somebody to the game? Why would we want to pay you to play for us if you can't bring anybody to the game?
Right.
So we're teaching them that rope. That way, when if they do get picked up, they can represent that team well.
So I mean, it's not just a sport; it's also you're building a brand for yourself.
Yeah.
In a way, and you're right. A lot of players don't get that training, and that's when some of them go to the NBA, and they're knuckleheads up there.
Right.
Right.
Well, the other aspect of it is this too. A couple of things that you need in order to go overseas is you have to have a platform like we have here, where you have to have game film, you have to have playing time, and you have to have the exposure.
Right.
So if you're on a winning team on this level, people pay attention. Now, if you're
Right.
losing games, don't nobody want to know who you are. But the piggyback after what Coach Jones was saying there, in order to even get overseas, if you can't draw a crowd at home,
Right.
what makes you think somebody wants to pay you money overseas?
Right.
So in order to get to that level, we teach what it takes to get over there. But the key is how to stay there.
Right. Because getting there is one thing and staying there is a totally different thing.
Sure thing.
So, when people go to a Team Havok basketball game, what is the message that you hope that they take away, that they walk away with?
I would say
I caught y'all, didn't I?
No,
I made y'all
no.
think a little bit, didn't I?
No.
Y'all thought it was gonna be all easy questions.
Well, for us, the ultimate goal is to win. You gotta,
Right.
think about. We want to be around a winning program. We want people to understand that we're projecting the professionalism that we want these players not only on the court to carry, but
off the court,
Mm-hmm.
right?
out in the street.
We don't need another
on social
Tristan
media.
Thompson.
No,
No,
we don't need that.
got
No,
all
no.
his business all over social media. People can't even tell you what team he played for. All they know is that he dated Khloe Kardashian. So, okay, so this weekend you guys had an exhibition game. I don't is that not what it?
No.
Okay, what was it?
It was a
It
game.
says a regular game. Okay, I heard exhibit. James told me that, so it's his fault.
Now,
Okay,
the exhibition would have been back in December when we was in the Toyota Center.
Toyota
scratch
Center.
that. We gonna edit that out. No, we not. Okay, so this
But
past
we won that
Saturday, you guys played. Who did y'all play?
We played the Dayton Sharks from Dayton, Ohio.
Was that okay? Now was that coach a female coach?
That's
She
the
was a
owner.
female coach.
And
The
she danced
owner.
the whole time.
Yes.
too.
Owner.
Yes.
Oh, she's the owner and the coach.
Yeah.
Okay, now that wasn't a win for Team Havok, but let me say this: y'all came back with some fire because they were way ahead, and we were like, "Oh man,
Yeah, we were down 20.
Then all of a sudden, I don't know if you lit into their asses or what went on, but they came back after halftime and they were not playing around. I mean, I'm like, man, that gap, they didn't fill it all the way in. So that was really, really, I know for y'all, the coaches, But that was an exciting game from the people in the stands. I
And-
will say that.
And that's what we want to make sure people understand. See, a game's never over.
Right.
And that's what the coaching staff continue to express to the players, that you can get a lead, but the game's not over until the buzzer sounds.
Right. Yeah.
So you can never give up. So as you say, what do we want people to leave with?
Mm-hmm.
We want them to make sure they understand that we're determined,
Mm-hmm.
we're professional,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll never quit.
So I went home after the game and I thought about it. And I was like, James, I really feel like if they would have went ahead and let me suit up, get in the game, them last 10 seconds, we could have brought home that win. But maybe next time I'm going to go ahead and give me a uniform. I'm going to bling it out. And I'm going to just be there ready. When y'all need me to jump in, I can jump in.
But I brought your shirt tonight. Could you show that shirt right quick?
Producer James, can you bring us a shirt?
Where'd that shirt go so you can see?
So while I'm getting that, I would say I would want to see
He be
you
lying,
and
y'all.
that other coach on a dance off or a twerk off or something like that.
Because
That
I
would
was
be
like,
the
she
worst
part
thing.
of the dance team?
Yeah,
What is that? Because
yeah.
she danced the whole
She always
time.
does.
But that was really impressive to see a female coach who was over an all-male basketball team. Because normally when you see a female coach, it's a female team. So
Right.
I like that a lot. So producer James just grabbed the Team Havok, because we do have merch. We have merchandise. Can they go on the website and purchase a shirt?
They sure can.
Team Havok.
www.teamhavocabasketball.com. Click on store.
I don't know, Coach. My titties may look too big in that shirt, but I'm gonna try it on.
You'll still
Producer
be all
James,
right.
we about, you ain't leaving. You're gonna have to be Team Havok in this house with that shirt on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep that
Right,
at home.
right.
That's a home
You
shirt.
ain't going nowhere.
That's a
Not
home
tonight.
shirt.
So if
Okay.
you wear that shirt, we may have to create a move called the Havoc.
My boy.
You gotta
Don't
love that.
encourage him.
You gotta love that man.
Do not encourage his
Go, boy.
foolishness. Please do not. Okay, so I know we've talked about some of the things that you look for in a player, but what makes you, when there's trials, to say, I gotta have that guy?
Height. I believe
Like,
in
how
height.
tall do y'all look? Like, I mean, so if someone who's 7 foot
I'll take
walks
him.
in, is he automatically on the team?
As long as he can
Not with
rebound
me.
in school. Not
I'm
automatic.
a little
Okay,
tougher.
Coach Jones
I'm a
says
little
no.
tougher.
He
I'm
tougher
a
than
little
that,
tougher.
though.
Okay, so because I know if I were a coach and I was looking for players, I'd be like, I want the tallest players.
Well-
But being tall, does that automatically mean you can really play, or is that someone you may have to groom?
No, everybody we have to groom. The
Yeah.
thing about it is nobody actually come to us and leaves with the skill set that they came to us.
Okay.
That's what the development is. We have to fix them in order to help them go where they're trying to get to.
Right. Okay.
'Cause
That
they,
makes sense.
They didn't actually come to us in a good sense. Now, what we mean by that, there's a lot of times these players that leave college, they're not that all prototype college player where they were at.
Right.
So that means they either A, didn't get a lot of playing time in college, they sat on the bench and watched, or they played behind someone that was so much better than them that they never got to playing time, or they're coming off an injury.
Or they failed.
Oh, no, because
Failed the class, or is that just high school?
that's high school.
If you fail,
Yeah,
you can't
that's
play.
high
So
school.
Okay.
remember, in order to play for us, what we really emphasize is you have to have your college degree.
So all of your players on the team have a college degree.
Yes.
Really?
With the exception of one that's going to school now. It's
Okay.
going to finish in May.
Okay. Now, Coach Jones, you also teach school.
I do.
Do you coach basketball at the school?
I do.
What? What?
I
age
actually
coaches
I
everything.
coach everything.
Everything,
I do
yes.
football. You know, football is my favorite sport to watch,
Mhm.
but basketball is my favorite to coach because I like the chess match.
Mm,
I like to be, I have control over everything. Whereas football, I'm just in charge of offense,
okay.
so I can't control the whole game.
Right.
Especially if I see something. But with basketball, when coach moves out the way and does everything else with the general manager role
Right.
he has.
Because that's a lot to be the manager and the coach.
He has a lot going. So whenever he slides over and coach, I got to go do this. So it's easier for me to make
right on in there.
jump right in and make
Right.
the adjustments. When he come back, he tells me, "Hey, this is what I saw. This is what you think about this." I give him my 2 bit cents. I mean, it flows. It flows. When I say it flows, for the past 4 years, it flowed. On the court, locker room.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do y'all have kids?
I do.
Yes.
I have 4.
You have one son
Two
Or is it
sons.
2 sons and 2 daughters? Now, do your girls play basketball?
No, my daughter's a dancer. The oldest is a dancer. My son played basketball, but this year he's not because I wouldn't let him with grades.
Okay.
And then my youngest son is in band, but he wants to play basketball for high school. So I got my work cut out for me this summer to train
Get
him
him
up.
ready. Okay. What about you, Coach Franklin?
I have a son.
Okay. Does he play basketball? Or
Not
did he play basketball?
Years ago, yes, but now he's just a college student and pursuing a music career.
Oh Lord, that music career is something else.
You tell me about
Baby,
it.
you might want to go ahead and go back to basketball. I'm just saying. Do y'all think it's easier to get in the NBA or become, everyone who's in a music game, they think they're going to be the next Jay-Z or Michael Jackson. So which is
Well, what I tried to explain to my son, the best way about it is learn everything behind the scenes, how to
Right.
write, produce, which he already does because he was a first year violinist.
I used to play the violin too.
Yeah.
You didn't know that about me. Y'all didn't know that about me.
did not know
I
that.
got a little white in me.
That
Just
makes-
saying. Just
So that officially makes 2 black people who play the violin.
we making history up in here tonight.
But the thing
It
that's
is Black
important
History
was
Month.
Exactly. Got to get it all in there.
if you realize, especially by playing the violin, writing music and reading music is the 2 most important things to do.
Yes.
So, and of course, when he was doing that in school, they made them do that and keep up their grades because in order to do that, you had to have good grades,
Right.
which he always did. But what I found interesting in that, and what I'm trying to, I don't want to push him, but I'm trying to
Right.
coerce him to, is do the behind the scenes.
You have to.
Because if you do the behind the scenes, you don't know, you may walk into a situation where you're writing music for somebody big, and the next thing you know,
Right.
you get your chance.
Yeah.
But
Plus
going
the
up,
money from writing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Don't be like R. Kelly.
So he's doing no.
Because he didn't do none of his stuff behind the scenes the correct way, and now
Well,
he's
been doing the
broke.
behind the scenes, but he's not doing
Not
behind
the
the
right
scenes.
kind of behind
Right.
the scenes. Yes.
He's doing behind the wrong scenes.
Yes, he is.
But the
Well
thing-
played, feeling on your boots.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Keep it
It's
with
the
them girls.
remix to Ignition. It was doing a little bit too much of that. So, I mean, that's great, though, that you're teaching. I'm a mom. How old is your son?
19.
Okay. Oh, he's close by. Okay, so my daughter's 16. It's hard to get them to, they think they know it all, but they don't get the behind the scenes. Like, it's the behind the scenes. Like, when you see Mariah Carey on stage, there's a lot of people behind the scenes, because y'all know Mariah stay drunk. There's a lot of people behind the scenes making those performances happen. So, yes, and for the money.
She's a fine drunk,
right.
though. She's a fine drunk. I'll say that.
Mariah Carey.
Especially for that New
J-Lo.
Year's
Woo, that was a
man.
hot mess. Yes, J-Lo.
Yes.
These are people that they started off.
Queen Latifah.
Yes, but and
Behind the
then they
scenes.
go behind the scenes. They
Right.
start being producers and things
Neo,
such as that,
yep.
writing for other people. That's where the money is. So,
Yes.
what's your son's name? I'm telling him to listen to you,
Christian.
Christian. Listen to your daddy, okay? Because we be giving your daddy a hard time. I don't know if he talk about us at home. I'm just saying. Okay, so before we go into this next break, can you guys recall the feeling that you had the very first time you stepped on a basketball court?
Yeah.
How describe it to me? Because I
I
know
would
how I feel
tell-
the first time I ever got in front of a mic.
I'll tell you what. Now, I'm very short, as you may see by looking at the monitor on.
I mean, did you want us to scoot down a little bit?
No,
make
no,
a little
no.
bit
I
taller?
like-
Okay,
no, I
I
like-
don't know. I don't know.
I like being
I can
short.
do that for a guest. I don't mind. I don't mind.
I like being short. But here's the thing. When I used to play as a kid, I used to bring my own basketball to the court. And no one else would have a basketball. The reason why I would do that is when they told me I couldn't play,
Right?
I would take the ball and no one could play. And I'd take the ball and go home.
Yeah.
So what they started doing is that they would give me the ball, and I'd come right to the end of to the end line, and I forced them to give me the ball. And that's how I became a point guard.
Okay.
So then that way I could come up and I could pass it to anybody I wanted to. And then they finally figured out, you know what? Let him play. 'Cause
Right.
He's going to give me shots.
Right.
So my love for basketball came real quick because I knew I wouldn't get any taller. But one thing a point guard can do is can control the whole game.
Yeah. What about you, Jones?
Comfortable.
You feel comfortable?
Feel
Yeah, you feel at
comfortable.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cause see that I like that story about you knew they weren't gonna pick you because of your height, because they were gonna assume you couldn't play, so you brought the ball. Cause I would have been like, they'd be like, that bitch can't play. Her ball don't have enough air in it. When
the
y'all
last
see her come,
one.
we just gonna all just leave and go to the other court. So when we get back from this break, we will finish talking to the two coaches, Team Havok semi-professional basketball team right here in the H. We'll be right back.
H-Town.
Hey guys, it's Keisha, the host of the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast and web series. If you follow me on social media, you know that the Million Harris is one of the sponsors of the show. I've told you all about the great hair products for both men and women that they have, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to actually see some of their hair bundles. Here they are. What I did was I ordered both 20 and 22-inch Malaysian bundles and a frontal from the Million Harris and took them to my stylist and had her make this unit. Yes, this is actually a lace front unit made from the bundles I purchased at the Million Harris. I usually don't wear this much hair extensions, nor do I wear it this long, but I really, really love it. The hair feels amazing. It looks great. I've been getting compliments everywhere that I go. So make sure to go to her website or stop by the shop and get your order on. She's got hair products, bundles, and mink lashes. Make sure to use my discount code Libra20 for 20% off your total purchase. All right, welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. Before we continue, I want to give a big shout out to the Million Harris, one of our show sponsors. If you go to her website, www.themillionharris.com, there is a $10 hair care product and skin care product. It's a big sale right now. But if you decide you want to buy you some bundles, or, I mean, y'all have women in your lives, y'all need to get some bundles. Oh,
I thought you might want to get a little bit of shot of this. Can I get a bundle for this?
I'm sure you can. We can hook you up. So when you do go in there, you order your bundles, use my discount code Libra20 and you'll save 20% off of your order, okay? So make sure to also follow the Million Harris as well as Team Havok on both Facebook and Instagram. All righty. So, you know, I always like to talk to people because a lot of people that come in here, they are business owners, but then they also have their careers and they have their families. How do you guys manage to balance all of it?
Coach Jones.
I stay busy.
You do.
Between school, me being in school.
Oh, you are in school and you teach and you coach and you have kids.
Going for a second master's. I'll graduate in May. So that's one thing me and my daughter get to share. We both graduate in May. So that's a good thing.
I wonder is my best friend watching because she's single. I'm just saying. I didn't see a ring on your finger. Is there a ring on your finger?
Don't do that.
It's no ring on your finger? Because people are like, it's no good black man. Yes, sir. I'm just saying.
They out there. They just got to go find them.
Gotta go find them. Go to the Team Havok game. You might find one. I'm just saying.
Got several players there.
Okay, so I mean, being a daddy, you seem to be a very hands-on dad.
Always. Just managing my time wisely. I know when it's family time, it's strictly family time. But I know throughout the day, I got to go get it. I do my work for myself Saturday morning, first thing Saturday morning. Other than that, get that out the way. Then throughout the week, it's coaching with the middle school, doing my thing at the elementary, utilizing doing Team Havok. When our season kicks in, that's our weekend, and family travels with me to the majority of the games. Or if not, then constant contact with them along the way. But
that's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have good management and very organized, so it's good.
So when we be acting up sometimes, that's why you keep it so cool, because you're like, that ain't no.
Right.
I'm used to dealing with middle school kids anyway. So.
Right.
What about you, Coach Franklin? Because you not only are the coach, you're also the owner and manager for the team.
Yes, it's a lot of hats. Being a general manager, head coach, and the owner. I also coach internationally, and a lot of times I take Coach Jones with me, whether it's the Dominican Republic. Hopefully this year he'll be going to Germany with me. I'll be coaching in Germany. So I do a lot of traveling. I go to France in May. I go to Spain. I go to Spain in May. Go to France in June. I go to Germany in July. Go to possibly Taiwan in July this year, and then in Germany in August. So I have a hefty schedule.
Yeah, and so I mean, how do you schedule time? I know you have a 19-year-old son. Just how do you? I mean, that's a lot going on.
It's a real lot. It's but
Especially when
it's
you
been my
have
life.
some of your team acting a fool.
Well, the thing about it is this. One thing I learned a long time ago: you do what you love and you have a passion for, and when you have that, it helps to have a great right-arm man over there because
he is the calm of Team Havoc. I
Yeah.
will say that
Yeah.
he is the calm.
Yeah, he is the
because the
calm.
rest of us just went, and Coach Trump's like, it's all good.
yeah,
It's all good.
You make sure he doesn't break a sweat. He doesn't have to, but I do.
Yeah.
I
Man,
do.
well, that's something you and I both have in common. We sweat a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just be hot. We hot natured folks. We're fiery firecrackers. So, okay. We talked about Tristan Thompson earlier during the Gab. What are some of the stigmas about basketball players that you both hope will change? Because NBA players are known, people say basketball players are hoes. People say you have to be black to be a good basketball player. So what are some of those stigmas that you're just like, they're not true?
A lot of it's not. I love the way Shaq went about it. Because a lot of basketball players are known to blow through their money
Right.
and not invest it properly. But I love the fact that he went back to school, finished out his education with LSU, then went back and got his doctorate degree after he got his master's, and invested in so many different businesses.
Yeah.
Google before it became open to the public. All the Five Guys burger and fry chains he has.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's about 215
Oh,
ish.
okay.
Five Guy burgers and fry chains. The fact that he's trying to open up a lot of Starbucks.
Oh, you gonna stay real Shaq.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna help you because Lord knows I go every day.
And the man,
yes, every day.
He did it right. He's
And he's on
300
TV
million,
every day doing
and
commercials. He's like a
gets-
spokesperson.
yes, for the general. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
James, do an imitation of Shaquille O'Neal. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That's all.
Go with the general.
Go with the general. Get some of that insurance that everybody's been talking about.
And he has one of those voices that no matter what, you hear him and you're like, oh, that's Shaquille O'Neal.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yes, most definitely taking that money. That's the Lady Havocs over there doing their practice. And I'm about to go over there because they're playing Cardi B. And y'all know how I feel about Cardi B. Makes me want to twerk. Okay, so Coach Franklin, what stigmas would you like to change about basketball players?
Well, not so much a changing. I just think the evolving of the time, the players have to change themselves in the manner of, again, marketing, how to be a professional, how to carry themselves. And the thing about it is, in all sports, eyes are on you all the time.
Yeah.
Social media has just gone to the lengths of getting in every peephole it can get
Yeah.
into.
And once you hit click,
Yeah.
it's there
That's
forever,
right.
no
It's there
matter if you
forever.
delete it or not.
Right.
Exactly.
right.
So I think the awareness of where they are, what they do, and who's looking up to them. I know years ago there was a player in the NBA that said he wasn't a role model, but if you stop and really think about it, that did not turn out to be true because there were many eyes on all of us, even on our level. And what we're trying to get our players to understand is you have to give back to the youth so the youth have a path.
Right.
One of the things that I used to rant and rave about when I was coming up in school, there's nobody that would come back and discuss with me the future. Like, what I mean by nobody, anyone that was in college, anyone that was ahead of me, never came back and said, hey, listen, you might look at this, and this. Well, now we're in a position to do that by having a platform. And our players as well, because when you're a college student, there's some middle school, elementary student, when we go to Coach Jones' school and talk to the kids, we do career day. And those kids, their eyes are huge.
Right.
And it's not the Rockets, it's not the Texans, but it's Team Havok going in there, and those kids are lit up.
Right.
And they're asking them, and the question I always ask them when I go in there, I ask them, how many of them would love to own their own business someday? I don't even talk to them about basketball.
Right.
I talk to them about being entrepreneurs.
Right. Because that's where
And
it's at.
When they hear that, and they raise their hand and they start getting their ideas, we're giving them that opportunity to open up their
You're
mind
planting a seed.
right then and there. Not when they're in high school in the 12th grade.
Right.
We're doing it all the way down to that
Yeah.
level.
And that's
And I
important.
think that's really, really, really important.
Okay, so this is kind of a two-part question, all right? So if you had to pick the top 3 best basketball players of all times, who would it be? And if you could create your basketball dream team, who would be on it? Okay, not me. Take me out of the equation, okay? So you can give my spot to somebody else. All right. So, Jones, you got your answer?
Yeah, I thought about it when I saw it earlier. I'm like, Jordan, Curry, and Shaquille O'Neal for me.
Top
'Cause
3.
I have a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
I have a defender, as well as the greatest shooter of all time, and then I have one of the most dominant big men in the post. So
Do you even need anybody else if you have the 3 of them?
We still got to have our role players. We still got to have the role players, but that'll be my big 3.
Okay. So that is your dream team right there.
Right.
Okay. What about you, Coach Franklin?
Mine would be Oscar Robinson, the best all-around player ever. My next player would be Dr. Julius Irving.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would take Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Mm-hmm.
And those would be my top 3.
Okay, so you have done something that has been the first for your league, which you added on a dance team.
Mm-hmm.
We
That
make
is
you
correct.
we make you regret that sometimes. Tell the truth.
No.
You better than me. I'll be like,
No.
yes, y'all do every now and then. But we love the Lady Havok dancers, and I'm so glad that they get to be the first to get out there.
But you know what? The point I really want everybody to know is for the same opportunity that we're providing for these players with exposure, with the opportunity to live out their dream,
Right.
is the reason why I came up with the idea to have a dance team.
Right.
And I firmly believe that at some point in time, these young ladies will move on. And since they're being the first, other teams may follow. They may not. But
Right.
they will be the first.
Yeah, and Team Havok will be part of their journey, whether they go on to be professional dancers, because every girl that comes out of high school wants to try out for the Texans or for RPD.
Right.
And it's the same situation with basketball. There's only space for so many people.
Right.
So there has to be somewhere else to go. So I feel like it's fantastic that dancers in this area have a place where they can continue their dance career, or that it's just another step. Yeah, I'm gonna plan to try out for the Texans, but I want to be Havok first and get this experience, because what we hope to do is the same thing that you guys are doing. Sometimes you got to teach people how to do interviews,
right.
how to act outside of the dance floor and things like that. All right, so before we go into our final break, please tell us when the next Team Havok game is.
Well, as you know, I was nice enough to bring along our schedule. So if you haven't gone on to www.teamhavok.ababasketball.com,
Not Uber,
Not
UBA, not Uber.
and I will get back to why UBA is on the back of the shirts, but this is our schedule. And our schedule does read at 7:30 p.m. this Saturday night, on March 2nd, we will be hosting the Baton Rouge Hurricanes.
They gonna bring Boudin?
I hope.
said
Well,
Baton Rouge.
Baton
if they
Rouge,
lose to us, they're gonna
hometown.
give us
Oh,
Boudin.
that's your hometown?
Oh yeah,
Tell
that's
them to
his
bring some
hometown.
Boudin with them, okay? And some jambalaya.
jambalaya. Bring the sausage
Bring
from. You know our sausage. You know our Amanda smoked sausage.
He's not
Especially
talking
the
about
hot.
Earl Campbell sausages.
Nah, Amanda.
There you go.
Amanda.
And then we will be hosting them again on March 3rd at 1:30 p.m. at MBC Gym, 7300 Nordland Road, Houston, Texas, 77076.
That's your home gym, right?
That is
For all
our
the Team
home
Havok.
gym.
Okay.
Yes. So we will be playing the Baton Rouge Hurricanes this weekend. So please come out and see the Universal Basketball Association in full. Now, this team here, this is their first year in the Universal Basketball Association.
Okay.
So we want to give them a well-hardened welcome. That means
All right.
with a
big crowd.
win, a big
Oh,
crowd,
win? Go ahead. Okay.
and a win for us. Win for the home team.
Okay.
Come support us.
All right. So if you're interested, well, actually, when we get back from this break, both coaches are going to tell us how we can follow them on social media, how we can get tickets, the website, and all that good stuff. We'll be right back.
Your very own Houston Havok have teamed up with Keisha from the Libra Lounge to present to you the Lady Havok Dance Team. This is the premier year for the Lady Havok, and we're excited to offer you a great opportunity to sponsor the team. Call or email today to sign up to sponsor and show your support for the Lady Havok Dance Team.
That's right.
We gotta beat him,
And
Jones.
you make sure. Okay.
Are we back? Are we
Yeah.
back? We were shit talking for a second.
I'm not from here, so
You're from Louisiana. Oh, so I gotta get them all right.
And
'Cause
we're both from B-Town. I'm from Boston. He's from
Baton Rouge. Okay,
yeah?
so I gotta represent. Okay, so before we go into this last segment, I want to give another shout out to the Million Harris. Make sure you're following the Million Harris on Instagram and Facebook. And if you decide to go to their website and place an order, use my discount code Libra20. All right, so how can people get information about the games, tickets, social media, all of that stuff, and go?
Well, they can go to www.teamhavocABAbasketball.com. Our schedule is on there, and it's $10 for adults at the door, and 12 and under get in free. So bring your whole family.
Oh, so I'm 11.
Well, you can get in free.
So are you guys on Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah, Facebook, we have Team Havok. We're on Instagram.
Lady Havok is also on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
Yes, so
We're
follow
on
the
Twitter
girls.
as well.
Okay. So make sure to follow them on the Twitter, as I call it. Okay, we want to give a big thanks to both Coach Franklin and Coach Jones for coming down here and being in the Libra Lounge tonight.
thank you for inviting us.
But I'm
Thank
fixing to
you
whoop
for
y'all
inviting
asses
us.
in this game we're about to
no,
play.
I
But can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
Did you know when you were attending the game this weekend that it was Coach Kevin Franklin Day in the City?
No.
Yes.
Why didn't we turn up?
I was
I would have met everybody in the city and say, hi, I'm Coach Kevin Franklin, and today is my day in the city of Houston.
Yes.
I would have showed all of it. We had a banner and everything. I didn't know that.
yes, the 24th. Every year, February 24th is Coach Kevin Franklin Day in the city of Houston, provided by the mayor, Sylvester.
So, Turner. So, I'll tell you what.
I wanted you to say Turner.
Hopefully next year, we won't have people like Jussie or Kelly messing up the month of February.
Right.
But if Mayor Turner is watching, if for some odd reason we get some more fuckery like we had this year, we're going to have to switch my boy to another month. I mean, we can't have him being in a month with these fools acting the way they do.
Especially
Can we
during
make
the
that deal?
But you know
weekdays.
what's really interesting? Isn't it great that it's during Black History Month,
It
that White
is.
Day in the city?
Yes. I would have been all up in the stands
And we
hollering
won
about
that
it.
day.
Well, there you go. That's
There
all
you
that
go.
really matters.
That's all that matters.
Too bad you're not fixing to win tonight. Because we're about to play Name That Texas Town. Now, what this is, these are famously mispronounced towns in Texas. So on the screen, producer James is going to put the name of a Texas town, and the three of us have to pronounce it correctly. And then producer James is going to tell us the correct pronunciation. So, y'all ready?
Ready.
I'm not fixing to let y'all win because we got Louisiana over here and
Boston.
we got Boston over here. All right, let's go, producer James. Help me cheat, producer James.
Mejia.
What do you think?
I have no idea.
I think it's Mejia.
Exana.
You what?
Exana.
Exana? Coach Franklin, where are your glasses? That starts with an M.
Oh, I thought you were going by the X. I thought you had to change the names around.
No, we got to say it right. Okay, let me go over the rules again. So,
And
producer,
reset.
producer James is going to put the name of a often mispronounced Texas town up there, and we have to try to pronounce the name correctly.
Okay.
Let's try this again. All right, here we go. How do you think you pronounce it?
I think it's Mejia.
It's not a mama, what you just said a second ago.
I think it's Mexia.
I think it is Mejia. Producer James?
So Jones was the closest. It's actually Mahia.
Mahia. Like Mahia Jackson?
Mahia.
That's Mahia.
No, that's
Mahia, yeah.
Mahalia.
Okay.
Mahalia.
Well, that don't
Mahalia.
look like Mahia right
It
there.
sure doesn't, because I thought Mejia was M-E-J.
Okay. All right. So Jones has a point.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Represent
next one.
BTR.
Whatever. Come on.
Next one.
We can't let them beat us because we not gonna ever hear the end of it if Jones wins this game. All right. Ooh. Go ahead, Jones.
Why does he go first?
Bakar County.
The Bakar. What? Okay, go. What do you think that is?
I think it's Bexar County.
Because in Texas we don't pronounce stuff right.
Nope, not at all.
It looks like it's Bexar County.
Bexar.
Well, the only part y'all got right was county. So here's a little tip. When you look at Texas towns,
Yeah.
think of what letter might just not be pronounced whatsoever.
Okay.
So in
So
this
is it
one,
bear?
it's bear.
There.
See, that don't make no
Like
goddamn
animal.
sense.
That-
Not
that-
at
I thought
all.
bear was spelled B-E-A-R.
It is. But I guess in Texas,
How can the X be silent?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
the X is silent,
It's out there.
but
So
it's
that's
silent.
Bear County.
Bear.
That's
Bear
just
County,
stupid.
yeah.
Bear
I don't want to
County.
go there.
Really? I'm like, y'all can't spell. Okay, let's go to the next
All right,
one.
next one.
Okay. Coach Franklin. Can you make that a little bit bigger?
No, I can see it.
Okay.
I'm just
Damn,
trying to
I
figure it
can't
out.
see it.
Fuego.
On fuego. No.
Oh, Jones.
Refugio.
I'm gonna say refugio.
No, because I thought you said there's a letter in there that doesn't silent.
But typically, I didn't say this one. Was I'm just saying.
Most
You ever
times.
wondering?
Most of the times.
A
Okay.
good Texas rule is sometimes a weird letter is not
Okay.
pronounced.
So what is it?
It's actually refurio.
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 You know what? You get a lot of
they
kids in
added
trouble in
the
school if
R.
they had to
There's
spell
no
it.
R except for at the beginning. That's a G.
I understand that, but it's refurio.
Okay. All right. Come on. Let's run
So
on this
refer
one.
to.
Right,
Next
that's
up.
just so it's refurio.
Refurio.
Refurio. Okay. All right.
Does that
damn.
mean to refuse?
What, I thought it was like a. Is it like at the border between Texas and Mexico?
Refugio.
I thought it was
It's South
Spanish.
Texas. Well, it is, but it's Texan.
Oh, okay.
Texian.
All right.
Texican.
Let's go to the next one then, because
right.
that one got me all mixed up in head. Ooh.
What's funny is this is probably the easiest one, but since y'all been burned on the other ones, you're like, oh, those
Yep,
6
Burnett.
letters.
Is
are
it
weird.
burnt? Franklin has to put his guess in though. I say burnt.
I said Brene.
Brene.
Burnett.
Burnett.
Brene. French. Brene.
So it's actually burn it.
Burnt. Did I say it right?
No,
Oh, I did say burn it.
no, you said Burnett.
Brene. And I said
Oh.
Brene.
Yeah.
That figure was French, but.
It's like burn.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Burn it, baby, burn it.
Oh,
Yep.
Lord, burn it, baby, burn it.
So-
Well, they burning us up with these because
They
we
might-
ain't getting nothing right.
That might mean like a twerk song there.
I know,
Burn it,
right?
baby,
Burn it.
Burn it, baby.
Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it. That's the new Nick. It's your new Big Frida hook right there.
Burn it, right?
Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, bear.
Okay, all right, let's go because we suck. Ooh.
Okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
Study booty.
So you think it's study booty?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you would think it was booty.
You know that's right.
Jones, what do you think it is?
That got my eye.
Study boot?
I said.
I'm gonna say, because I think I've heard of this town. I think it's Studebaut. Shut up. What is it, James? Damn it, don't laugh at us.
Study
So-
booty.
So first up,
Oh.
it's Studi.
Studi.
Okay, and the
Okay.
second one is pronounced Bouillet.
So
Yeah.
it's Studi Bouet.
Studi Bouillet.
Wow.
I think that still could pass. for
It really,
booty.
really, this is crazy. Because that looks like they said study bootay.
Like booty.
Bootay. And they put a little accent
Bootay.
thing at the end over that last E. Bootay. All right, how many more we got?
How come it didn't say shake booty?
It probably is a Texas. Now, that's a town of Louisiana.
Should have said shake booty.
Right?
That's what I would
French
say.
names.
Okay, so how many more do we have a chance to try to win, James?
Well, we only got 1 point scored so far,
And
and
that
we got
went to
about 6 to
Jones.
go. So it's anybody's game.
Okay, all right, come on.
What do we get? Do we win
Nothing.
something? Oh.
Bragging rights. Ooh. Green? What y'all think?
I think it's Rune.
Grune?
Rune. I
Rune?
think the G is silent.
Jones?
You
should be better at this because y'all do all kinds of stuff in Louisiana.
Gin.
You think it's Gin?
Might even be gumbo
Right.
in Louisiana.
Okay, what is it, Producer James?
Keisha gets that one. It's green.
Oh, I won!
Yep.
So 1-1?
1-1.
1-1 and 0?
Now, you know if we win tonight, we going to talk shit all week. I'm just letting you know.
I'm fit to get one of these.
Okay, all right, let's go. Bring it on.
I want to see that boutte again.
Umbo.
I got it. Umbo.
Umble. We all get
Everybody
that.
got it. Yeah. It's,
Okay,
So I
all
got
right.
one. I
So you
told
got a
you I
point.
lose.
Franklin has his first point. It's going to be your only point, too, but he got his first point.
I'm going to get another one here.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Where's Booty at?
Okay. Oh.
Boo.
I want to say
Bowie.
Bowie, but
Bowie.
there's no way it's Bowie. Is
Bowie.
it Bowie?
so each one do it.
I say Bowie.
Bowie.
Boo.
It's buoy.
Oh, so Franklin, you got it wrong. Sorry.
Please.
So me and Jones got it right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, all right, come on now.
Okay.
I'm competitive. I cannot lose.
New
New
Brunswick.
Braunfels.
No, hold on, one at a time. Go ahead, Boston. How do you say it?
New Braunfels.
Said it.
All right, Jones.
It's New Brunswick.
Okay, wait. New Braunfels. How do you say it?
New Bronze Falls.
Oh shit.
That's exactly how it's pronounced.
Are you
Even though it's-
serious?
Yes. Even though it's spelled with an EL, it's pronounced New Bronze Falls.
So we all got it
Bronze
wrong.
Falls. Yeah.
Okay, all
As
right.
long as I got it
it's,
wrong, I'm good.
Technicality. But it's,
I don't want them to win no more. I need the next one.
okay, here we go. Two to go.
Okay.
Born.
Born.
Nah, it can't be that damn easy.
It is.
That
Born to be free.
Bruin.
You're gonna hate me,
What?
Bernie.
I be goddamn.
Wait,
How is that Bernie?
Please don't yell into the mic, Keisha.
Not Weekend at
We
Bernie's.
are flabbergasted over here.
What is that?
That's Bernie.
It's Bernie. I've been there.
B-O-E-R-N-E?
It's
It
Bernie.
is Bernie.
Bernie.
Oh, okay, all right. Brandon
Texas, y'all
Last,
gotta get it together.
That is crazy.
Y'all gotta get it together.
We got one more.
Take the O out.
That's
Don't
just-
pronounce the O.
We can't talk about Louisiana no more because this is
Oh.
ridiculous. All right, here's the last one.
Waxahachie.
Waiheke.
I know, because you feel like you have to. They say like it. You have to dumb yourself down and say these Texas sounds correctly.
That's right.
I'm gonna say
I know it's Indian though. That's an Indian tribe.
Waxahachie.
Waxahachie. Yeah.
No, nobody got it.
Oh damn.
Because
What is it? Violet.
I want to see the boutte again.
This is crazy.
What's
Okay, we have to do the student boutte again.
I want to see do the boutte.
How do you say this?
it's Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
Yep. I know the wax throws you off, but it's
Yeah.
Wax.
Okay.
Waxahachie.
So really tonight we're all winners because the people that named all of these towns are dumb and we're way smarter than that.
Yeah.
So so make sure that you go right now and follow Team Havok and Lady Havok. Yes, sir.
Don't you want to know who won?
No, because Jones won.
He did.
Damn it.
3
BTR in the
to
house.
2 to 1.
Did y'all ride together?
He's walking home.
That's right, because I know if we was riding together, your ass would be walking home. All right, so make sure right now you go and check out Team Havok's website. What is the website again, Coach Franklin?
www.teamhavocabasketball.com.
And make sure to follow Team Havok and Lady Havok on both Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I think Lady Havok has Snapchat. I'm too old for Snapchat.
Yeah,
I don't get any
I
of
don't
that
do the
stuff.
Snapchat.
I just want to say thank you both for coming down here and introducing Team Havok to the Libra Lounge audience. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.